You're up to bat. I have such a cool message for you guys. The way the cards are laid out, it's crazy. Okay. This is the picture. Here you are. And let me be clear. I don't know why they have me use sports analogies. I was like an art nerd. I wasn't like a sport person. So, I don't know why they have me do this. But this is you. Okay? You're up to bat. And those are the words that I got. And sorry guys, I'm between nails right now. I'm not as fabulous as I usually am, I know. It's here. Okay. You're up to bat. Right? Now let's stop on this for a minute, because it's like, well, okay, whatever. What does that mean? This is a collective message, and it's like we are all, get away, bee. We are all standing at the precipice of, look at this. The bees are like swarming around me. Instead of saying get away from me, I should be like, show me your way, because we're going to need that bee energy to do all the things that we need to do. Because bees are not only abundance, but bees know how to work together and to bring a community together for like a joint purpose. But this is what's happening. Like, you are being pitched a ball right now. We all are, as a collective. It's like I'm seeing this as a ball. Standing. And as you hit that ball, this is the catcher out in the fields. Just the way that the cards are laid out is so crazy. And you might not believe me, but literally on the church down the street, I was literally like, I'm going to put my hand over my heart. I literally was hearing the song that they play at baseball games, just as a confirmation to me for this message. And I was like, this is like, sometimes it actually gets like wild, the synchronicities, where I'm like, I feel like I'm in a movie. We all are. That's the point of this message. All right. This is the catcher. And now we have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing these as bases today. I'm seeing this as you running the bases. It's like, bro, you hit a home run. You're about to hit a home run on something. I'm also seeing this as worried that you're not going to. I'm going to dip in and out of like collective message and personal message. Collective message, personal message, because it is. It is collective, and it is also individual, because we're all doing things right now. Like, we're all up to bat in our own lives, but if you could like zoom out from a bird's eye perspective and see that we are actually all in our own ways, on our own fields, up to bat. You may be worried that you're not going to hit a home run on something, but what I'm seeing with this Eight of Pentacles is you running the bases. I just can't get it out of my head. It's like I'm seeing this guy run on these bases, and that's you. Another thing I'm seeing is with this Fool energy. It's like this is what's propelling you. This isn't just like a new venture that's going to be successful. Like, oh, whatever you're working on, it's going to be successful. This is so much bigger than that. There's something going on right now where many of us, it's like the blinders are being taken off. And part of the Page of Swords, like the Page of Swords can see things very clearly. Like the Page of Swords knows how to understand something. The Page of Swords is a master of the intellect, but where you're going, it's not of the mind, it's of the heart. This is what I'm seeing here. As you begin to run those bases, you're gonna hit this ball out of the freaking park, dude. You're running these bases really as this card. You're the Fool. You're running 4 for 4, as I said this. You're running these bases as the Fool. And what I'm seeing is it's like the more you run, in this new direction, and this is so much bigger than like, oh, you're going to be successful in your business. You will. Those are like 3D concerns. But this is a spiritual thing with the Fool. This is like a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm really sick. I'm out. It's pitchy. Sorry, Randy Jackson. I know it's pitchy. Guys, I've had COVID, so I've been out of commission for like, I don't know. It's going on a week. As you begin to run, it's like your heart. I'm seeing this as your heart opening on the journey. I'm almost seeing this as like a carrot hanging. Like, Spirit is showing me it's like, but this is inside of you. Like, this is inside of the Fool. It's a funny imagery. It's like as you're running, your heart, Ace of Cups, is opening up more. And we have another page here. So the Page of Swords, now we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is more practical. The Page of Pentacles is like boots on the road, running the bases, 3D reality. And that's why I was saying before, like, you are going to be successful, for example, like in your business or in work or even in a relationship, because we have the Two of Cups here. This could be in any area of your life. This could be in your health. This could be that you start to research a topic, like maybe you start getting into the stock market and you're like, oh my God, I should invest in some long-term trades here. Like, I should really think about this, and put away like $1,500 to have some long-term investments here. One example out of 1,000 that I could give with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords will go on YouTube, and let me say this. There's a lot of garbage on YouTube, so be careful. This is not financial advice. This is a friend talking to you. Okay, if you go on YouTube and you start researching, like, how do I hit the jackpot in the stock market? Oh, you're gonna find a lot of videos like that. Absolutely. I would not recommend day trading. Okay, and I did do day trading for a couple years. If you're serious about wanting to invest your money, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is just an example. The Page of Swords goes on YouTube and literally learns for free how to invest their $1,500 in the stock market, and they turn that $1,500 into $1,700. And it's slow. It's not like it's not a day trade where you're gonna put in $1,500. You're gonna see that bad boy drop as quick as the tear falls down your face. All your money's gonna be gone. You're gonna be holding that bag. So be careful. Be careful. I'm serious. I saw people lose a lot of money doing day trading. But anyways, okay, there's a lot of like garbage. But my point is, the Page of Swords knows that. The Page of Swords is not a freaking idiot. And this is not just about investing. This is just an example. Like, the Page of Swords with no money, will not be paying the amount of money I paid to learn how to trade in the stock market. I literally would love, and this is so off topic, but like, I know I do tarot and I do super spiritual, like esoteric stuff, but at the same time, I could literally put an entire course together on the basics of how to read charts, how to invest your money, long-term swing trades, and even day trading if you want to, play with your life. I could put that together. This is an example with the Page of Swords. And I could teach that class and charge for it. That could be a home run for me. Just as an example. It's like, there are things like that for you where it's like, oh, well, it's just information that I know. It's information that, there's bullshit on YouTube, like I just said. I'm proving my own point as I'm saying this to you right now. It's like, if we go on YouTube right now and start, like, okay. It's because I'm on the Page of Swords. I'm getting too out there analytical. The Page of Swords knows how to research something, learn something like the back of their hand, and then the Page of Pentacles takes that and puts it into practice. The Page of Swords learns how, and the Page of Pentacles puts it into practice, okay? So there's going to be a lot of that going on. It's like while you're on the road, it's not just like you're prancing through the freaking fields, like, wow, I'm amazing, I'm successful. It's going to feel like that, but it's like your heart is going to be opening up. It's this imagery. It's like as the Fool is moving, as you're running the bases, as you're working on your craft, as you're building your business, as you are posting more on social media, as you're meeting new people, all of these things that are happening, your heart is going to be expanding. And that's why the Fool keeps running toward it, because it feels so good. It's like Spirit has set us up for almost like an automatic pass. Like, you're gonna hit that ball. It's almost as if it's like the pitcher is throwing you an easy ball sort of a thing here, but we can still choose to be like, I'm not gonna get out there. You're up to bat, kid. You're up to bat. It's now or never. And it's not now or never, really, but it's now or never in the energy that we're in. We're in a really particular energy. And to use the stock market again, I'm sorry if I'm losing you guys, but I don't know why all these terms are, all this perspective, like, I don't usually talk out of this perspective is what I'm trying to say. So maybe I'm talking to people right now that know what I'm saying, because it's coming up. So in the stock market, this is an example. People that really are the people who really know what's going on with the big money. Let's just say it like that. People use terms like blood in the streets, for example. Like when there's a recession, take this for example. I even made money on the vaccine stocks during the time of the pandemic. There's big money to be made when there's extreme disaster around you. It's like everybody else is running around freaked out like a chicken with their head cut off, but you are going to learn, and this is part of what Spirit's showing me to say to you, as you're going though, you have to take the leap. That's the catch-22. You're not going to see this unless you go for it. Spirit's going to show you something, because you know we're in the world that we're in. Everything is like 3 times what it used to cost, right? You know, lots of people are struggling. Even people that are kind of just like middle class folks are you know, in debt like they never were before, and things like that. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying that's the time we're in. So the Spirit is having to get crafty. And for the people who have ears to hear, let them hear. As you're on the road, you're going to be pulled toward this Ace of Cups. You're going to be pulled toward new interests. You're going to be like, let me look into that. So back to the stock market. This is something I learned very clearly from my mentors, as well as just like being in the stock market myself. And like, by the way, you can use a simulator. I would personally, I tried a lot of different ones. I would go through Thinkorswim. That was always my favorite. It's through TD Bank. If you go through Thinkorswim, you can practice making trades with a simulator, like with fake money, so that you can, like, this is my suggestion. Okay, if you want to get into the stock market, I'm going to finish what I'm going to say, because I'm saying this for somebody. If you want to get involved with investing your money, this is what I suggest. And a lot of people, I know it seems funny and it seems old-fashioned, but a lot of people use Yahoo Finance. If you go onto Yahoo Finance and every single morning check that news, check the news, specifically within the stock market, like see what, this is an example. Let's just take Apple, because everybody knows Apple. The new iPhone is coming out. That stock is going to be rising on that day. Okay, so that's the news. It's like, okay, we know that. So now that we know that on this date the new iPhone is coming out, let's buy in now. And, Apple isn't going to move very much because it's a big stock, but let's buy in now. We see it a month in the future. This is also good for options trading, but that's more advanced. You buy in now, and then on that day, it's going to go up because people are going to see it going up. And on that day, no offense, like idiots, they're going to be buying in because they're going to see that thing going up, right? But you were already in before. So as it goes up, I would sell on the up. I would sell as it's going up, right? If you're doing some sort of a like swing trade thing. And it's not in quotes. Sorry, there's bees swirling all around me. That's abundance, bees represent abundance. So this is for somebody, okay? Because I don't know why. This is not financial advice. This is not disclaimer. This is a friend sharing some information, okay? Spirit, I did not think this was going to be my message. I thought we were doing some sort of more of a philosophical thing, not like anyways. I was coming on here like, oh, you're up to bat, and now we're talking about the stock market. But every single morning, if you practice with a simulator, Thinkorswim, look it up, download it. You can download it onto your computer. You can practice with simulation. Try it. Look at the news, buy in early, and watch that money go up, and then sell before it hits the top, because it's either going to drop off again where people lose interest, or if it's something that's not as popular like Apple, if it's something like if it's another company that just has news, it's probably going to like flatline off again. And with day trading, and I will say my mentor Sandy Krakowski made, I think it was $37,000. I watched her do it on a penny stock, so it is possible. She literally made $37,000, and I don't remember what it was. It was some like new app at the time. A penny stock is a very inexpensive stock. I think she paid like 7 cents or something a share. She made $37,000. But you can lose $37,000 just as fast if you don't know what you're doing. So please, please, please be careful. Okay? But anyways, if you check every single morning, and you can also watch like live streams of people talking about stocks so that you can kind of learn the lingo. You can if you just hang around the room, this is my advice with anything, not just the stock market. You want to get into any field, just hang around the room. Don't even show that you're there. Just be a fly on the wall. Just every morning, just go on to a live. Hear people talking about the stock market. You're going to start picking up terms. Type them in on Google. What does this mean? What does that mean? You will figure it out. That's the Page of Swords. That's the generation we're in. It's like you don't have to shell out a bunch of money to make your way in the world. Like, we are being given high-level knowledge from the divine, and what is that high-level knowledge? It's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a page. Anybody can do it. The page is an anybody-can-do-it card. The page is not a peer-reviewed doctor. The page is a page, right? The page is an everyday person. This Page of Swords is somebody who works down at the local gas station and saves up. This is something that I did. I used to save up like $500. Like, I would keep adding money, and then I would buy gold. Like, I would buy gold coins and start just like saving up money so that I could buy gold, right? Regular person down at the gas station, saving up $1,500 to buy a couple shares of whatever. Do your research, please. But this is an example, and this is also literal. The Page of Swords is you can learn anything and you can do anything. I would argue for free, without spending a damn dime, right? I will also say that if you are going to invest in learning, that is also worth doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's either way. It's like, well, I can't do that because I don't have the money to do it. If you don't have the money to do it, Page of Swords says you can learn it for free. Now, if you do have the money to invest with yourself, Page of Pentacles says that would be a good investment. So it's both. All right. Now back to my original point, you're up to bat. Right? So as you're on the road, as you're running the bases as the Fool, right? We have the catcher out there in the fields. The ball's out of the park, man. The ball's gone. Like this guy, this stuck energy, he's not needed, right? Because you're running the bases, you're doing your thing, you're learning, you're practicing your craft. You know, you're meeting new people, you're making connections, you're leaving toxic things behind, you're making new choices. Your manifestations are coming to pass. You're walking away from more things. You're going inside even more with the Hermit. It's like then people are starting to come to you and ask you for advice, Queen of Swords, because you know what you're talking about, and then you're going to be able to help other people through the portal as well with your high level spiritual wisdom, because we can be talking about the stock market, or we can be talking about this from a spiritual perspective where it's like money is energy, right? Oh, well, it's not about money, sister. It's about spirituality. It's about us all being one. If you don't have money, if you don't have money, you have nothing. Oh, well, that's not true. Oh, all right. Hang around in the stock market for a couple weeks and think about that. Because, yes, I understand what you're saying, and that is the innocent point of view that I used to have as well. But if you really want to be a spiritual leader, you need power. And there's the Ace of Swords as I'm saying that. And it's a hard lesson to learn, right? It's a hard lesson to understand that you've got to play the game. But it's also, to use the Bible as an example, be in the world, but not of it, right? Be out there, you know, doing your thing, running your bases, practicing your craft. But you're not a regular person, are you? So imagine if we had a group of billionaires where we all came together. What is that called? Is it an EFT? What is it called? It's a group of people that come together with large sums of money, and they all collaborate. Like, they all put their money together to form, like, a fund of sorts. It's like, how much more powerful would that be than a bunch of, like, broke people singing Kumbaya in the woods? And I'm not saying that there's not a time for that, but why can't we be a bunch of billionaires singing Kumbaya in the woods and planning how we're going to make change on this planet? Or, you know, meeting some investors that could fund our cause. I'm just saying, Spirit is going to be giving you and many others these high level ideas that are going to move you through these portals with the world faster and faster and faster. You're going to be hitting home run after home run after home run after home run, but you've got to listen, you got to pay attention. With the Page of Swords, you have to do your due diligence as well. You know, it's not just gonna fall out of the sky, but in a way, the idea might fall out of the sky, quote unquote, but then it's up to us to stand up to bat and hit that ball. And then with the Eight of Pentacles, to continue mastering that. Like, it took me about 2 years to learn how to read charts, to practice with a simulator, to make money in the stock market with my own money, with real money, to learn day trading, swing trading, long-term trades, and options trading, as well as, like, techniques and using the Fibonacci sequence. And, like, with charts, you can put on different, like, ways to view. Anyways, I'm not going to go deep into that, but what I'm saying is it took me about 2 years to understand what I was looking at. So it might take you time to do what you want to do. Like, say you want to start a business online, some sort of e-commerce. It might take you a year to even learn what the hell e-commerce means. Like, for example, I was in an inner circle for 1.5 years, 2 years, where I learned all about e-commerce. I learned, and I should say, I learned about that a little bit before I got in the group, to be completely honest with you guys, right? I have past experience, but my point is, I really took the time to learn what is copywriting, how to write copy, how to market, what does second glass mean? How to have somebody come back for a second glass is something that I learned from my mentor, which is like, you sell something and how do you get somebody to come back again for a second glass? Like, all of these terminologies, all of these things that can be learned literally for free, even though yes, I did pay for this, and that brings me back to my Page of Pentacles. It's like, some things are worth investing in. It is worth investing in yourself to learn things, but you can learn it for free. It might take you a year to learn how to build your Shopify store. It might take you a year to understand, how do I learn how to do drop shipping? What does this mean? What does that mean? How do I create my own website? Watching tutorials on YouTube, looking at different books that you purchase on Amazon, sitting out on your balcony reading those, joining some groups to see what other people are doing and how they did it. It might take you a year, but then the next year you start building your own, and you have that foundation, that understanding. You will be confident to hit that ball, and it will go out of the park because you have been prepared. Right? It's like you were prepared for that moment where the ball was coming at you. And maybe a year before, you would have run and cowered to the side because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here with all these people playing baseball. I'm here with all these people with their own websites and their own businesses. What the hell am I doing in this group? It's like, well, my advice with that is, like, back to what I was saying, be a fly on the wall, right? Get around people that are doing what you're doing, and it doesn't even have to be in person. It could literally be online. You can join live streams. People are doing stuff all the time where they're talking about things, and there's groups of people there. You can join inner circles. You can join forums, even. You can go on Reddit, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get in there. Just get in there for free. And then if you feel like it's worth the investment, go another tier and purchase something or join somebody's group. Get in there. Don't use it as I don't know, and of course you don't know. Nobody knows as a noob. But the Page of Swords, even though they know they're a noob, they just get in there and they start learning. And then the Page of Pentacles, I learned all this and it's head knowledge, and now what do I do with it? Take the baby steps with the Page of Pentacles, right? Watch a YouTube tutorial. I did this with my last website. I literally learned how to build a website through YouTube for free. Page of Pentacles. And, I had some technical issues. I'm not going to lie. It's not really my thing, right? I don't really like to build websites, but it's possible. It's possible for anybody to do anything, in my opinion. So, I guess the point of this is saying we are up to bat right now, where we're all in different phases. It's like, you might be at the phase right now where it's like, I want to do this thing, whatever this thing is. Maybe it's your health. Maybe you want to lose 20 pounds. Maybe you want to start your yoga journey. Maybe you want to start walking every day, or you want to create some workout routine. Get online. Look stuff up on YouTube. What are other people saying? What are other people doing? Get in there. Read the comments. Go on TikTok. Type some stuff in. Watch people's videos. Scroll through. You're going to be scrolling on your phone anyway. You might as well be doing something productive. That's what I did the last week when I was on the couch with COVID. I'm like, all right, if I'm going to be laying on my freaking couch, I'm going to be doing something productive. Like, I'm going to be thinking. I'm going to take this time to slow down. It's very hard for me to slow down. The universe is clearly forcing me to do this, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to think about what my next steps are here and what I want to do. This could be your health. And for example, and you might be feeling like overwhelmed, like, well, what do I do? What works for me? You're not going to know. You're not going to know intellectually. You can do some research with the Page of Swords, and then with the Page of Pentacles, try some shit. it's just like, I know this sounds like simple advice, but what I'm here to say with the spiritual aspect is I do believe that we are in a period of time where some of us are up to bat right now because we've done previous work to be ready to hit that ball, and others of us are in line, like we're about to be up to bat, because some of us are in the process of learning right now so that we can hit that ball successfully. And by hit the ball, I mean to prepare you to run those bases, and by run those bases, I mean to prepare. It's like the preparation to hit the ball, which is like learning how to build a website, for example. And then as you're running, you are building it. 8 of Pentacles, you are learning how to do it. You are, and when that ball goes out of the park, it's like, oh my God, my business is built. Like, I'm an LLC now, for example. Saying that, I should be an LLC. I'm working on all that stuff, and I'm just saying, it's like, Spirit has taken me through so many transformations, guys. Like, I've learned so many different things and been in so many different, like, categories and so many different groups and so many different, that it's like, I feel this culmination happening with the world as I'm saying that. Where it's like, all the things I've ever learned, I feel it's all coming together. It's like all these fragments are coming together for me personally. And this could apply to you as well, where it's like suddenly you're seeing this mosaic that didn't make sense, all these different pieces, they didn't seem like they went together, and now it's like you're stepping back and you see it for what it is. You see the full picture, and you're like, oh my God, that's why I spent 2 years doing that. That's why I bought that domain name when I was 17 years old. That's why I read Rich Dad Poor Dad and 4 Hour Work Week when I was 14 years old. Like, that's why I started an online ministry that I built it from the ground up and ended up walking away from it. You know, it's like all of, it's sad that happened. Well, that's all part of it. It's so that I could learn the process. So now that I'm here with you guys, I've already had a past life. I'm just using this as an example. Like, I've already built something else, and now I'm building this. You know, you may be in that same situation where it's like, yeah, but I built this and I did that and it didn't work out, or it failed, or I changed my interest, and I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. Perfectly fine. All of that knowledge does not go in vain. You can just take all of that knowledge and transpose it. I'm using a music term. You can transpose it and just use it to fit what you're doing now. Right? So we're all in different places, but the message is the same. You will be up to bat, and Spirit is giving each and every one of us an opportunity for that right now. It's just the way things are. It could be astrological. It's just the way that the collective is moving right now. Whatever it is, that is the message, that you are about to be up to bat, or you already are up to bat right now. And if you're up to bat, you've already been prepared for this moment. And if you're about to be up to bat, you're preparing now. And if you're running the bases, you'll know, because you're building whatever you're building with the 8 of Pentacles. Just keep moving toward that Ace of Cups with the Fool. It's like whatever is drawing you, whatever is opening up your heart, whatever is filling you, whatever makes you feel like you belong, or like this is going the right direction, or and it's gonna feel challenging, of course. You know, it's not like, oh, this is always gonna be easy. Like, you may have to put in late night hours, you know, you may have to push yourself past the limits that you've ever pushed yourself before. But it's like, if we are talking about sports, think about it. You think that, you know, if you're running the bases, you're gonna be out of breath, right? It's not like you're just coasting through in this 5D plane where it's just like everything's amazing and wonderful, and it's like we're all on drugs, and it's like, and you know, spiritually speaking, it can feel euphoric, absolutely, but at the same time, we gotta bring it down to earth. How do we actually make this stuff happen? What do we need to learn? What do we need to implement? And then how do we put it like into small Page of Pentacles practical steps to actually make this happen? Because we could be spending the next 10 years having the same conversation, talking about it philosophically or intellectually. It's like, until you lose, like, for example, when I was doing day trading, I remember, man, I was like devastated because I watched that thing shoot up. I bought it on the way up, and before, this is why people use hotkeys, before I could even press the button to sell my shares, I watched, boom, 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 $350 just gone. Just, you don't even have time to press that damn button. And until you lose that $350 for yourself, like, you can use the simulator as an example, like Thinkorswim, by the way, is my recommendation. If you use that simulator and you're feeling awesome, you're like, oh wow, I'm getting really good at this, I'm making money, this and that and this and that, until you hit the real field, until you really get on the field with your team and hit that ball, until you really get out there and buy shares yourself and feel like, my heart was pounding. This is why I don't recommend day trading, love and light. Even though, yes, you can make money, but until I lost that money and really felt it, it's like, that's when it's real. We've got to actually get out there and actually experience. We can't just stay in the simulator, even though it is wonderful to practice things in the simulation, and that could be with anything. Like, we could be practicing in the simulation, meaning we could be like building our business behind the scenes, or putting together, like, creating an amazing short film, or putting together a poetry book that nobody knows about and you're working on it behind the scenes. It's like, that's the simulation, so to speak. But when you really put it out there, or you read your poem to your friend, that's that Page of Pentacles real world stuff. That's what makes it real, right? Because some of us, like, for example, I have a poetry book, right? But I've never released it. I've never, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's one of those, and I've had that's why I have this advice, because I'm that. Like, that's been a problem for me. Like, I've created all these things, but I've never, like, released them publicly or even shared them with people. And until you actually release this stuff, it's just going to be collecting dust. And it also kind of hurts your self-esteem, because you feel like, wow, I'm not really worth all that much. But it's not that you're not worth all that much, it's that nobody sees it. Like, Gary Vee talks about this all the time. I was watching one of his, I don't know what it was. I guess it was a training. And he was talking to this girl, and he was looking through her Instagram and stuff, trying to help her become more successful. And she was like, yeah, but I don't want to, like, do it like everybody else and stuff. And this is a problem that I have too. Like, I don't want it to be like everybody else. I don't want it to be cookie cutter. And he was like, honey, nobody even knows who you are. Like, we got to get you out there. Because she's like, oh, I don't want to post, because he's like, you got to be posting 3 times a day. And she's like, well, I don't really want to. And he's like, well, nobody knows who you are. And that's not, it's just reality. Like I said, with the poetry book, it's like, oh yeah, but I've been a poet since I was a child, and I've written poetry in my darkest hour, and poetry's always been there for me, and this and that. I could give my whole spiel to you guys, but the fact of the matter is, the poetry is sitting in there, collecting dust, as it has been for many years, right? So I'm just being real with you guys. Like, that's been a problem that I've had. Oh, well, I'm not worth anything because nobody acknowledges me. No, honey, it's not even rude. Nobody even knows. How could they acknowledge? Yeah, but this and that, I don't feel good enough. You're gonna feel, what is it? Competency loop. I learned this from Mel Robbins. It's like a chicken and the egg thing. Well, I don't feel confident. You will feel confident as you step out. That's the irony. It's like what I was saying before with that fool energy. You're not going to see it and feel it until you do it. Oh, I don't have confidence. You're probably not going to ever have confidence unless you, even if you fail, that's part of the competency loop. Well, I don't feel confident. Well, you're not going to feel confident because you're not in the position to even allow yourself. It's like the same mindset of, it's a similar mindset to, well, I'm scared to fail, so I'm not going to put myself out there. But by default, you have failed. At least if you put yourself out there, there's a chance that you will be successful. And even if you're not, and this is part of that competency, I keep saying it wrong. Competence. It's about feeling like you're incompetent. You can't do anything. Oh, I don't have confidence. But that's the irony. You will only gain the confidence once you see that you're competent. Once you make the video, once you put up the Instagram post, once you wear your bathing suit and you feel like, oh, I'm embarrassed to wear it, but oh, I guess it's not so bad. I'm sitting here eating a hot dog on the beach. I guess it's not so bad. It's like, it's in that moment of, oh, I guess it's not so bad, that you gain confidence. But you have to do it, even if you look like an idiot. Oh, well, I want to go in that fashion show, but I'm scared I'm going to slip and fall. Okay, you slip and fall. Your worst fear happens. More than people in the audience are doing. Oh, I want to put my YouTube video out, but I'm scared that trolls are going to hit me. You know, the other day, somebody said in my video, take your meds. It's like, okay, those were the sorts of comments that I was scared. Like, I didn't want to post stuff because I felt like people were going to say stuff like that. And I have struggled with, like, I've gone through periods of time that have been so dark that I was scared that putting myself back on the internet again after I put my ministry aside, because it was online and I did videos online. I took like a 2-year break after that. I was scared to kind of get back out there again because I'm like, well, this might be the thing that kind of like put the nail in the coffin for me. I'm worried that trolls are going to like kind of push me over the edge. I got that comment the other day, take your meds. It's like, it was crazy. It happened and I was like, this is the example that I was trying to make though. It's like, people can throw tomatoes and make jokes and be trolls from the audience. Click on their page. Where are their videos? Do they have any videos? How many followers do they have? Oh, well, I only have 17 followers on my YouTube, Missy. It's like 17 more than this asshole has, I'm sure. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, people, the worst possible thing we can do is not do anything. The best possible thing we can do is try something and even look like an idiot, because in the competency model, this is the crazy part about it, is that even if you do fail, even if something embarrassing happens, that still puts in your system that you did something. You have a story to tell. You became something. Like, you put it into the 3D world. It's not just up in your head, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. You actually did it. Oh, yeah, but I failed. More than what? 75%. Just pulled that statistic out of my ass. 75% of people are doing right now. Sitting, scratching their ass, looking at you, making comments. What are they up to? You know what I'm saying? How's the wife? How's the kids? Let's see how their finances are looking. You know, how's their business looking? Right? It's one thing to listen to somebody correcting you like Gary Vee, like he corrected that girl and was like, yeah, but honey, they don't even know who you are. It's like, that's not rude. Because he's somebody who actually knows what he's talking about and can back it up with results, right? He's not just your asshole friend that's like questioning your life choices. It's like, no offense, but if they don't have anything to back it up, then I would not listen to them. So while you're on this journey of whatever you're doing right now, first of all, I'm here to encourage you. And second of all, I'm here to say, just go for it. Right? Because that loop is just going to continue happening regardless. And if we don't ever take action, we're never going to gain more confidence. If we don't ever take action, it's just going to stay in our minds. It's going to be tormenting, honestly. Because if you're somebody who wants to do something, that will continue to stay with you because you're meant to do it. So it's better just to get out there and start doing it. Like I'm making this video right now and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, who's ever going to listen to 43 minutes? It's like, Missy, you know about retention. You understand that people drop off after 3 minutes. You've been on TikTok for 1.5 years and you understand that the 1-minute videos do way, way, way better than 7-minute videos. It's like, I understand that, but at the same time, I'm here recording this video. Because I'm just doing it. I'm sharing it. And if somebody's here at this point at 44 minutes and 4 seconds, that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? I go with what I feel to do is my point. And I'm just out here doing it. Right? So, l'chaim. I love you guys. I'm proud of you all. Thank you for being here.